It's so funny. Like the first time I've tried. Hold on. Fourth time I've tried to film this, and this is still funny. I love this. This, since people have asked before, this is Queen Helene. They are not sponsoring me. Mint julep mask. It has the leaping bunny on the back, so that is awesome. See the little leaping bunny, like the second logo. Yeah, it has the leaping bunny on the back, the leaping bunny of awesomeness. So it's kind of funny because somebody sent me a thing on Facebook about like Loki liking Mischief, and Loki gave me the dream, and I'm thinking Loki, and someone said like maybe it means make the best of a bad situation on the on the Loki channel, because even though we're demonetized and I would now have to hit the new standard, we can still plug along, because I had tried looking at games today, and I was like, you know what, I can't even like bring myself to look at a game. I really tried, and then I was going to go download one, and oh, by the way, they just want like $6 or $7 for you to download this broken AF demo. I'm like, no, I'm not giving you $6 or $7 for something that's broken. Am I high? No. So I am not doing that. Give me 1 second. I will put the overhead message from God. Hallelujah. The thing off. Hold on. Give me 1 second. So I'm not like staring into that the whole time. This is even better. This is awesome. I look like a sad, insane clown posse fan. I look like a really sad juggalo. This is really awesome. I am just gonna permanently graft this mask to my face and never take it off. If it was a sharper camera, you could see it's actually all like cracked and crinkled because I was being a loon and I made something for people over on Patreon. My poor camera doesn't even know what color my skin is anymore. It's trying to guess. I can see it trying to struggle because the colors aren't quite right on anything now. And it's like, why is your hair red and your face green? And it auto color corrects, so it's amusing to watch a camera struggle and try to figure out exactly what color I am. I'm green. I'm offended. The struggle of green people is real. But yeah, that is the mask. And my mother sold Avon, and what my mother would tell you is, right or wrong, to ignore what it says on the package and give the mask time to air dry. I tend to put them on overly thick. I just like the look of like a beauty spa mask, because if you've never been to a spa, when they put it on, it is put on thick. They don't put it on real skimpy. They put on like a thick mask that they could almost pop off your face. So, and then you'd like have a cool prop to wear forever and ever and ever. But yeah, it's a little bit of silliness. I was thinking about the dream because in another dream, Loki had been kind of grumpy with me, and he had carried me again from behind again. But I think I was like scruffed like a kitten, like he had actually scruffed me like a kitten, I guess by the back of my shirt, because it didn't hurt. And he took me into this cold room, and he just plopped me down, like boom, like dropped me. And there was a bracelet there, and he said, at the time I was working on bracelets, and he's like, here, work on this. And he left. And he's like, you're never leaving. Left like Beauty, the Beast and Beauty and the Beast. The door goes boom, and I'm like, this room is cold and everything else, and he's just gonna leave me here and make jewelry for all eternity, and he's a horrible god. And I know you didn't hear that, so I will translate it into human speak. He's a horrible god, and he's gonna leave me here for all eternity. Something, something. I can't remember what I said. My short-term memory is shot at this point. But yeah. Yeah, and we need the laughter. We need the laughter. I don't need to ever go into another example of our politics or life in America again. You know what it's like to live here, so we need the laughter. And I just favorited something by it's not Sting, who is it? David Bowie, about I'm afraid of Americans. Oh my god, it's so freaking timely. It's like Americans are afraid of Americans. I was just walking home the other day, and there was this guy, and I'm sure he was like perfectly nice. They look sketchy AF, sitting on the corner looking at his cell phone, look real rough and tough and mean. You can post all the self-righteous Facebook stuff you want. I walked across the street because this dude looked like he was looking for trouble. He looked like he was sitting out there looking for trouble, because you just don't sit out in this town checking your cell phone. It's just one of those things you don't do. So yeah, it was creepy, and I crossed the street, and I think Loki does want us to make the best of a bad situation on the channel. That, you know, they monetize me and then they demonetize me, and then they're so messed up they might monetize us back in a week. And I think to learn to really let go of the other channel, to not keep going back and checking my messages, to not even try to play a game, because as Loki said, my personality, if I wanted to do something, he couldn't stop me from doing it. Like, if I want to take a walk in the middle of winter, it could be like -13 and I would be out there. But if I don't want to do it, it could be summer day, there could be angels romping down the road or something, and I'd be like, nah, I'm good, I'm good. So, you know, I definitely figured I would do the silly thing, because, I took like 20 or 30 pictures and I put the best one up on Patreon. I think I put it up publicly, I think it's public. And I was just, you know, reminding people to do self-care, because it is part of my self-care regimen. And, you know, to remember to take time to be silly. It's a world now where you feel like we all have to almost be, yes dear, serious all the time. And that doesn't always work. That isn't always, you know, the best option for us. It's sometimes you have to take, like, all this stuff, like, in the dream, like, it doesn't make sense, but take all this junk that was useful at one time and somehow repurpose it, somehow do something else with it. If I ever did, like, get a lightning bolt of inspiration and figured out something I could do every day, every single day on that channel, like I do on here, I could do it. Like, if I could do a talk into the mic over there, I would do it. And, you know, maybe someday I'll get hit with inspiration, but today's not the day, so I just have to, like, put that on the back burner and not think of it, because it's like if you've ever sat there and stared at a pot, it truly never boils until, like, you walk away. If you're standing there, it's like it's magic, it will not boil. I know we have science on this planet, but anyone that cooks knows what I mean. It's like, if you stand there, it's like it never boils. The moment you walk away, it boils. So it's kind of like, yeah, I gotta put that on the back burner and just let it go and think of other stuff. And I might even use that picture for the thumbnail for this channel. This channel, this video. But I hope you guys are having fun. And you're going to see this on Friday, so happy Freya's Day. I look so awesome. But yeah, if it was white, you could see what I'd look like as a goth. And don't worry, I'm not going to go full goth makeup, because I thought, you know what, I think everybody looks pretty in it, but I also think it's too overdone on YouTube. I mean, there are so many goth channels now, and they're awesome and everything else, but it's like, it's so overdone. It's like, unless that is totally your lifestyle every single day, and you will die if you don't get to wear your makeup every single day. I don't think that's, like, a good idea to, like, run after. But goofy stuff, I can definitely run after goofy stuff on this channel, because that's generally how I operate on a daily basis. And yeah, since we're talking about beauty, the color is, you can't see it on this cheap, crappy camera, but the color is holding up pretty good. Decent. It does definitely look red or purple depending on the light you see it in to everybody but this camera. I noticed this camera is really off on the color profile because I had my favorite shamrock green cap on before and was just goofing around, and it was all washed out. And I tried to set the colors by hand, and you can't do that on this camera, so It's not my favorite camera, but kind of got to go with what you have. I don't currently have the money to go get an iPhone and a plan. Blah, blah, blah. Stuff you don't care about. But yeah, oh, the book ship too. So, the Loki comic books and the Loki, um, not the Loki, but the, Asgard thing by, no, it's not Neil Gaiman, it's, Rick Roy Edition. I can't pronounce his last name. It's like, I do have something from the eyes moving back and forth that if there are like too many consonants in your name, forget it. I can't do it. But yeah. So remember, guys, to be silly, to not worry so much about stuff. We'll land on our feet. I know we will. It's just, for Gemini, I really hate change. I really do. I don't run the Gemini type. I like exciting new adventures as long as I know, like, what kind of direction we're going in. Do you know what I mean? Gemini's like adventure and we like change. We don't like setbacks. We don't like our routine disrupted with negative things. It really upsets us because we can't be creative when we're down here, down here on the ground worrying about stuff. We have to be able to flit around the air, whatever it is we actually do besides drink coffee and make videos. I don't know. But yeah, I hope you guys are doing good. The lipstick overall, it's, I'm looking into the mirror. It's okay, but like, I got the Fox's pizza, and every time I'm eating pizza or I'm gonna eat something oily, I can tell it's gonna come off super fast. I mean, the first time the whole thing came off, but then this time, like, the middle stayed, and then, like, just the sides came off. So, it's still a good lipstick. I mean, black is hard to get to stay on the lips as, red is to get to stay in the hair. It's one of those things. It's, I guess, how they pigment it. It's just really hard to get it to stay. But I also have the blue coming in, and gray, and, like, the deep red. So that's going to be exciting. So, I hope this finds you guys well, and I will try to think of ways to make mischief other than making videos. And I just had to share it with you guys because I think it looks awesome. I'll try not to go for a three-peat. I'll try not to do this again next week. But, it just seemed good because he said about making mischief. And I know what I look like in this. The only way to make more mischief would be to grab the sunshades and... Don't look at me like that. Don't look at me like that. Don't challenge me. Don't challenge me. Oh, hold on. I'm dressing up like it's every single day for the rest of my life. I think I would permanently ruin my skin by doing it, but I think I'm going to. This is just awesome. Oh god. Remember, I have extremely low vision, so what I'm seeing is totally different than what you, a normal vision person, is seeing. It's just awesome. It's like there's this black slash, and there's this pale green face, and there's these glasses. But this is awesome. But yeah, remember to make mischief in Loki's name. Just, if you're gonna break something, make sure you can fix it. So, like, don't make too destructive of mischief, but make mischief. Have fun. Life is extremely short. I was watching stuff to see, is this country gonna change or whatever, and somebody was talking about, 20 years ago. And I'm like, this has been going on in this country for like 20 years. And I don't even know when that video was made. I forget. I think that video must have been made in 2005, actually. So it's been like, what, 30 years we've had violence like that in this? It's been too long. It's been too many. Even one day would have been too much. So, yeah. You definitely need mischief to counterbalance all the heaviness we have to go through as Americans, as human beings. As just people having to get by. We all have our own stresses. Right now, it's been super stressful trying to, land on our feet and everything. But Loki's always there for us, and he'll be really smug when I figure out how he's going to be there. I'm waiting to hear about my taxes. They still have to send me back my paperwork and let me send it in before, the taxes are due. So, I'm hoping to hear about that, and I'm hoping to get something back, to hear if I'm going to get something back. Hopefully I am. And, just hope to land on my feet on this channel. If I'm meant to do something with the other channel someday, I will do it. But, until then, I can't worry about it. It's, it's totally beyond my control. When you're really burnt out, the worst thing you can do is try to keep on keeping on. And let's just... Oh, that's even better. That's that's so lovely. But yeah, just, find the mischief. Don't worry about me. I will try not to talk about current events because it's really depressing. I watched some stuff today and I'm like, why do I keep doing this to myself? My heart goes out to the kids and I keep watching and I keep waiting to see, change. But it's America. What am I thinking? So yeah, definitely try to find your fun in, life, because we have a new strange normal now. I could have never imagined at these young people's age. So find the fun in life. Try to look for the good. Try to look for the good. There was a good article. A good Samaritan saved a young girl from being abducted. So, try to look for the good in life. Try to look for the positive people. I think it was Mr. Rogers that said to try to look for the helpers. So, try to look for the good people. Try to look for opportunities of good mischief to, make people laugh. I think what really did me in about going back to games, I'm like, we haven't learned a thing, and I'd be the last person to say that violent games would make anyone violent, but at the same time, I'm like, I also have to step away from it too. It's not fun anymore. It was fun when it wasn't reality, but when it's reality, it's not fun. Do you know what I mean? So, I hope you guys like this and found it entertaining. I have a tiara too. I'm like getting like the strongest feeling I should be wearing the tiara or wearing sprinkles on my head. You'll have to vote. And next week, if I remember to do this next week, I'm really bad about keeping a beauty regimen. If I remember to do this next week, maybe wear a tiara or wear sprinkles on my head, or maybe I've like totally ran this thing into the ground and you're like, oh god, no, don't do it. But yeah, I will have to think about that. So if you guys like what you see, I hope I found the button. Like, comment, subscribe, and I will see you later. Bye bye.